Live from the Caterpillar Global Communications Center at Bradley University, this is BUTV News.
Good evening and welcome to BUTV News. I'm Megan Ruger-Smith.
And I'm Dylan Baus. Let's take a look at the news.
As was announced on September 2nd, students who are not fully vaccinated are required to comply with the testing protocols. Students will be notified by email when they need to be tested. If students do not comply with the university's protocols, they will no longer be able to return to class, and instructors are not required to provide remote learning options. As long as students who are not vaccinated follow the testing protocols, they are allowed to continue as normal. According to the COVID-19 dashboard, the vaccination percentage for students is 83.3%, as well as 85% for faculty. If you haven't sent in your vaccination status to health services yet, you can do so by sending it to the email on your screen. Having a hard time finding the motivation to get into shape? Well, this organization is here to help. Get Fit, Stay Fit is an organization whose main goal is to inspire and motivate healthy lifestyles for students. When you scan your ID to get into the gym, you are automatically awarded points, which then can turn into prizes. All you have to do to sign up is to go onto your My BU, and under the My Info tab, click Get Fit, Stay Fit User. So sign up today to start earning prizes for just staying healthy.
If you attended or were planning on attending the Bradley Homecoming Picnic, you may have been disappointed by the rainy weather and cancellation of the food trucks. But just because it's raining outside doesn't mean the fun has to stop inside. Though the event had to be moved to the ballroom in the Michael Student Center, that did little to spoil the fun and excitement of seeing a man juggle very dangerous power tools, machetes, tasers, and more. The audience cheered, gasped, yelled, and even volunteered getting in on the fun themselves. Live events have been a casualty of the pandemic, so audiences seem more than happy to get back into the groove of in-person performances. And the one and only Guinness World Record holder, Mad Chad Taylor, was no different.
It's funny because I've done chainsaws for all these years, but coming back from COVID, I had not juggled chainsaws for over a year, well over a year. And so it was terrifying all over again, like I was just starting out again.
It may have been a gloomy day outside, but with the star performing, it was pretty bright in that ballroom. And with literal sparks flying, that certainly helped.
Sigma Phi Epsilon is holding a raffle this week for their philanthropy cause, Camp Big Sky. Members of the fraternity Sigma Phi Epsilon have taken to the streets this week in an attempt to sell the most raffle tickets as a part of group philanthropy event. Tickets cost $3 and give supporters of this cause a chance to win a number of prizes, including gift cards as well as a Bluetooth speaker. Fundraising events are crucial in supporting the fraternity's main cause. SIG Ep member Joey Minata went into more detail about the organization behind this event.
All the proceeds go to Camp Big Sky, which is a camp that helps special needs children over the summer. Just really gives them like a space to be themselves.
Events like these are just one of the many ways that Greek life on campus can help give back to the community.
If you are a music lover and looking to get more involved on the on-campus and local music scene, Brave Sounds Entertainment may be the club for you. Brave Sounds works to help and support on-campus artists in their music development, often hosting songwriting sessions in their weekly meetings, hosting open mics on campus, and with their signed artist program. Brave Sounds signed artists work one-on-one with executive members to get their original work produced and promoted. The organization also holds a variety of concerts on campus. This Friday is their Sweather Weather Show, where they welcome everyone to come and enjoy some indie tunes on Olin Quad from 3 to 7 p.m. If you are interested in learning more, check out their Instagram at BraveSoundsENT or send them an email at bravesounds.ent@gmail.com. Bradley University nursing students have brought together their knowledge and creativity in a dual-purpose campaign, Bradley Pride for Vaccination. Their goals of the campaign are to try to urge members of the Bradley community to get vaccinated and to raise funds. Bradley nursing student Hannah Marshall created a logo that features Kaboom, posing as Rosie the Riveter, paired with the slogan, "Protecting you and me on the hilltop, vaccinated Bradley," to evoke a sense of pride in people doing their part to slow the spread of COVID-19. The logo can be found on products like t-shirts, phone cases, which can be bought on the University Tees website. Proceeds will go towards helping nursing students who need financial assistance.
You'll want to stick around because after the break, Alec has your weather next.
Plus, later on tonight, we have details on how to keep your house safe while you go on fall break, so don't you dare click away.
Kevin, you thinking about retirement?
Of course I've thought about it, but there's all this stuff in the way.
Oh, you're not kidding.
The house, the kids are going to college.
My new car.
Car? You bought a new car?
Oh, hey, you should meet my friend Avo. Avo's a retirement coach. He'll help get you started.
But what does Avo tell you to do?
You don't know? Focus on your future. Your goals can still be met.
But how?
Target your tomorrow. And use the Avo bet.
You sing?
Not really. A is for taking action. Start off with a plan.
You built these letters?
Yep. V is for variety. There's so many ways you can.
I follow you.
Come on. O's for optimize your savings.
Let Avo lead the way.
Visit aceyourretirement.org today.
Nice sign.
Thanks, I made it myself.
Cool.
Not to rain on anybody's parade, but it did. During homecoming week, rain put an hour delay on the lighting of the bee and canceled some of the events such as the picnic and the parade. Will it put a stop to anything else this week? Your favorite weatherman's going to tell you what's up. Let's check the radar. Looks like storms seem to be heading our way, folks. Be sure to grab an umbrella before you head outside so those raindrops don't fall on those pretty head of yours. Let's transition to temperatures here. It's looking to be about 60s and 70s in our area, looking to be a bit cooler than usual. But not as cool as this guy. No? Alrighty. Now, here's our 5-day forecast. It's looking to rain tomorrow, but for the rest of the week, it's mostly partly cloudy. One thing's for sure, Mr. Sun won't be poking his head out this week, as the clouds rain the skies this week on Bradley campus. Now it's time for your entertainment news with Madeline Mirallegro.
Squid Game is taking the world by storm. Billions around the world have already binge-watched the Korean drama and are already starting their re-watches to catch any hidden clues that they might have missed. The show follows main character Gi-hun, played by Lee Jung-jae, and his gameplay throughout a series of challenges organized by a creator and frontman. The challenges seem easy with them being childhood games, but not everything is what it seems, including some of the characters. Squid Game is not for the lighthearted with the amount of gore and certain scenes throughout the series. The Netflix show will have you on edge throughout the 9-episode season. However, the challenges will not shock audiences the most. The most shocking part goes to the ending and the many twists it includes. Another one of Netflix's shows has returned yet again. This time it's the final season instead of the first. On My Block has finally reached its epic conclusion on October 4th. The show follows 4 teens throughout their experiences growing up in a rough neighborhood in Los Angeles. On My Block shows the trials and tribulations of high school and navigating a life that isn't always picture perfect. Fans were able to connect with the show and find comfort in the found family trope that it demonstrated with the four main characters, Monse, Caesar, Ruby, and Jamal. It is going to be hard to say goodbye to the friends, but unfortunately it must be done. Congratulations to the cast and crew on creating such an amazing show. On October 5th, it hit 10 years since the first episode of American Horror Story Murder House. The first season of the award-winning show was filled with shocks and, of course, horror. From the first episode to the most recent, creator of the show, Ryan Murphy, has not slowed down. The show went from a terrifying house to a coven of witches, a freak show, the end of the world, a small coastal sea, and so much more. Every season seemed to bring more terror to each and every household thanks to Sarah Paulson and Evan Peters and so many more who were able to portray many different characters throughout 10 years. Currently, the show is on its 10th season and shows no signs of stopping. As it moves from one anniversary to the next, fans are eagerly waiting for the next terrifying tale that will hit their TV screens. So, Alec, what do you think of Evan Peters?
Oh, I think he's one of the greatest actors in the world. Only he can handle a scene where he has to pour Cheetos on his face, like in season 7. Coming up in a short while, Olivia will have a recap on your Bradley sports.
And up next, we have a special interview to learn how you can learn ASL, so don't go anywhere.
Hey, I got your text.
Hey.
You said this was urgent? What happened?
There is a guy harassing me at work.
That can't be right. Did you try talking to him?
I did, but he wouldn't listen.
Don't tell me he... Did you call the police?
No, I was too scared. I just needed to get out of there. I needed to tell someone.
Well, let's just sit here for a little while and maybe calm down. Then if you want, we can go to the police station and we can talk about this more.
Okay.
Time's up. Visit projectconsent.com.
Forgot something? You shouldn't rush this.
To learn more about the ASL Club here on campus, I am joined by the president of the club, Caitlin Berger. Caitlin, thanks for joining us tonight.
Thank you so much for having me.
First, in order for us to get a better understanding of the topic, who uses American Sign Language?
Yeah, so American Sign Language is used by the deaf community, so anyone who is hard of hearing or maybe deaf.
So with that in mind, why is it important for Bradley students to learn ASL?
Yeah, well, you never know when you may encounter someone who is hard of hearing or need to communicate via sign language, so it's really important for anyone to learn. We have nursing majors as well as education majors.
So are the members of your club fluent in ASL?
No, so most of them actually come in with little to no experience level of having any knowledge of American Sign Language, and that's perfectly okay too. We also have some who have some experience signing, maybe learning from their parents or in school.
Yeah, it sounds like a really awesome and inclusive space. So how does this club teach sign language to others?
Yeah, so we have our 4 exec members in the front of the classroom, and we teach every week. We teach a new subject for ASL, a new topic, And then after our meetings of us teaching and signing to them, we play games to practice, or we practice with conversations, sentences. Also, sometimes we do a song to learn.
So you said you mentioned songs and games. Are there specific phrases that you teach in order to get certain curriculum across?
Yeah, so some of the signs that we do are how are you? And we also do nice to meet you. And then in terms of more specific topics, we go over family vocab, animals, weather, calendar is what we're doing this week. And then next week we're going to actually learn a song that kind of incorporates the weather.
That's really awesome that you're learning basic but very functional phrases.
Mm-hmm.
So would you say it is hard for ASL beginners to pick up the language?
Definitely not. So a week and a half ago we actually went to a Girl Scout event, and we taught Girl Scouts of all ages American Sign Language, and they were able to pick it up easily. We start slower, but yeah, anyone can learn it.
That's really great. I'm glad it's a language that we as students on campus have the ability to pick up and learn and make campus hopefully more inclusive. So when and where are your meetings held?
So our meetings are held Wednesday nights from 7 to 8 p.m. In Bradley Hall 222 every week.
Awesome. So who on campus can join, and how do they join?
Anyone can join of any levels. We have some medical emergency nights, which is great for nursing majors, also education majors. And if they want to join, you can email us at bradleysignlanguage@gmail.com or follow our Instagram at Bradley Sign Language. And yeah.
So you mentioned like games. Can you explain some of the games you guys play?
For sure. So we have done bingo, which is a weekly one that we do. We also have done two truths and a lie, kind of to get to know each other more. We did a college majors and minors vocab night where we grouped off into smaller groups and kind of got to know each other more, as well as to practice. And then also if they want to practice outside, they know people they can go to.
That sounds very fun, but also educational. So can you sign some basic phrases and also spell out BUTV for us?
Yeah, so BUTV, we also do teach the alphabet. For anyone who doesn't know a specific vocab word to sign, they can use the alphabet to sign. So BU and then TV. And then specific signs, we do have the nice to meet you, how are you, we have welcome to American and then sign language club. That's one of the first ones that we teach. And then another one would be what's your name?
Awesome, thank you so much. All right, thank you for joining us, Caitlin. We really appreciate it, and we hope to see you at the next ASL meeting.
Thank you.
Are you leaving your house unattended for fall break? Well, BUPD is once again having sign-ups for their fall break house watch. Officers will be making rounds to check students' unattended houses between the 9th and the 12th to make sure all of your belongings stay safe and that no suspicious activity happens while you are away on vacation. This service is free to Bradley students. All you have to do is contact BUPD to have an officer come sign up your house for the watch. So if you are interested, call 309-677-2000 so they can get you on the list. We have Olivia Clausen with all of your Bradley Brave sports after a short commercial break.
Bye-bye. Get home safe.
Hi. Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert. Oh, he took a sip of water too. That'll probably help. You were probably gonna turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right?
Probably okay isn't okay.
Right.
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home. I blew on him.
Listen, I realize that I'm not perfect, but it all really started to change because you judge me for having a problem. No one is going to know that I need help. I need help. I know that no one is going to judge me for having a problem. I realize that I'm not perfect, but it all really started to change because you listen.
Wake the sun, tell him that I've begun to dream of things to look for me. I'm going to find some peace of mind. Wake the sun, wake the sun, wake the sun, wake the sun.
Hello, I'm Olivia Clausen. Welcome back to sports. Bradley men's and women's basketball fans will be able to experience game day in person again with the annual Bradley Basketball Red and White scrimmage coming up October 13th at the Renaissance Coliseum. The scrimmage will be the first of 2 preseason events showcasing both the Bradley men's and women's basketball teams together. Admission will be free with doors at Renaissance Coliseum opening at 6 p.m. and the event program beginning at 6:30. Competing against their strongest competition of the season, the Bradley cross-country teams put together 2 strong showings Friday at the Gans Creek Classic. In a race featuring 9 regionally ranked programs, the BU men's team placed 3rd overall of 16 schools, while the Bradley women's team finished 4th of 16 schools in a race with 7 regionally ranked programs. The Braves are off next weekend before returning to action on Friday, October 15th. Nationally ranked Missouri State took the win over the Bradley soccer team in a battle at Shea Stadium on Saturday for the homecoming game. The Missouri State Bears scored the game's only goal in the 29th minute of play. Neither team would threaten the goalies for the remainder of the game, as the teams combined for 9 shots and just 1 shot on goal. The Braves are back in action next Saturday at Evansville. Kickoff is set for 2 p.m. The Bradley Braves volleyball team went to deciding 5th set for the 3rd time in the last 5 contests and 4th time this year. With the Braves pulling out a 5-set victory after trailing 2-1 for the 2nd time this season, with the win, Bradley has won 7 of the last 8 meetings in the series with Southern Illinois. After the hard-fought battle against SIU last match, Bradley eventually took the victory with a back-to-back kill as their Braves played their 3rd consecutive 5-set match at Renaissance Coliseum. Bradley returns to action Saturday afternoon, hosting Missouri State in a 4 p.m. match at Renaissance Coliseum. Bradley Hockey is working to support the fight against breast cancer the entire month of October. On October 1st, they kicked off the month with a D2 Pinkout game with a guest puck drop from 2 cancer survivors that are family of current players. At this game, they also debuted their Pinkout jerseys, which will be auctioned off later this month, with the proceeds being donated to Susan G. Komen, a foundation leading the fight against breast cancer. Bradley Hockey will be holding another Pinkout game for D3 later this month and will be continuing to raise donations. Check out their Instagram or Twitter at BU Braves Hockey to learn more about their upcoming Pinkout game or to make a donation to the link in their bios. Coming up, we have a special throwback musical performance from 2017 that you won't want to miss. See you after the break.
So good to see you guys. So, what's up?
Oh, we finally bought a place.
Holy cow.
You seriously have enough saved to do that?
We've been putting a little aside each month.
Jeez, at the end of the month, we have nothing left to save.
Yeah, I have no idea where it goes.
Well, you're spending a lot on...
Was it good?
Oh, God.
Oh, how is my account overdrawn?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
For too long, there's been too much silence.
We've stepped back when we should have stepped up.
We lack the bravery to have the tough conversations.
It stops now.
It stopped with us.
As campus leaders, we recognize that sexual assault is a real problem.
And it's time to take action.
We're standing together as a community because this issue affects all of us.
And we can only end it if we are braver together.
Starting now, we don't look the other way. We make it a move and do something.
Before it's too late.
We promote a culture of respect for all students.
We say something even when it's easier to remain silent.
We stand up for survivors.
We never blame them.
We hold our friends, our leaders, our teammates,
and ourselves accountable for our actions.
And when we see something wrong, we're brave enough to interrupt. We say something.
We do something. We watch out for each other.
Always.
Being a Bradley Brave means
Ending the silence.
together we can work to end sexual assault and rape culture in our community. Together we can do the right thing. Together we can do the brave thing. Make your move and stand with us.
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 And we can all be braver together.
With fall break upon us, let's take a look at some events happening on the Hilltop. Are you interested in getting fit? Bradley's Doctorate of Physical Therapy program's Hilltop Trot registration is now open. The funds raised will be used to send second-year DPT students to the largest physical therapy convention in the country, as well as fund a licensed prep course. So head to the site on your screen to support your Bradley Braves. Bradley's Heat is holding their beer drive on October 19th. Now this event is not what you think it is. The students will be able to experience drunk driving using drunk goggles while driving a golf cart through an obstacle course of cones. If you are interested in some informational fun, head to Olin Quad between 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. The Academic Success Center, along with the Smith Career Center, will be hosting the 23rd Annual Majors and Minors Fair on October 14th. This event will take place between 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. in the Renaissance Coliseum. Representatives from each department will have a booth to inform students on what opportunities each major and minor hold for them. So if you are able to pick up either, faculty will be waiting for you.
A new social media app has taken the campus by storm. Yik Yak is an anonymous social media application where people within a 5-mile radius can post anonymously and then interact with other anonymous posts from within that radius. The app first launched in 2013 and was taken down in 2017 due to controversies surrounding the platform. The app announced in August that the platform would return to the app stores, and within the past week, the app has exploded on Bradley's campus with students posting about their Bradley experience without names attached. So, have you posted a Yik Yak yet? Well, that's all we've got for you tonight on BUTV News. From all of us here, I'm Megan Ruger-Smith.
And I'm Dylan Bowes. We leave you with a performance from Slow Emotion titled Romanticism. Have a great night.
Let me in so I can tie you up. Is that passionate enough? Is that romantic enough? Locked on when you coming around, knife fight, swollen egg. Online, locked on when you coming around, knife fight, swollen egg. Some is all I've got. I'm not giving it away. You're gonna have to pay full price, and I could see you hanging out with me in high school. We could have